Solar eclipses. A solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the sun and Earth, casting a shadow on Earth that either fully or partially blocks the sun's light in some areas. This only happens occasionally, because the moon doesn't orbit in the exact same plane of the sun and Earth. Solar eclipses only occur during a new moon phase, usually about twice a year. Solar eclipses do not occur every time there is a new moon phase because the moon's orbit is tilted about 5 degrees relative to Earth's orbit around the sun. For this reason, the moon's shadow usually passes either above or below Earth. There are 4 different types of solar eclipses depending on how the sun, moon, and Earth are aligned at the time of the event. Total solar eclipse, annular solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, and hybrid solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse. A total solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the sun and Earth, completely blocking the face of the sun. People located in the center of the moon's shadow on Earth will experience a total eclipse. The sky will darken, as if it were dawn or dusk. Depending on the weather condition, people in the path of a total solar eclipse can see the sun's corona, the outer atmosphere of the sun, which is otherwise usually blocked by the bright face of the sun. Annular solar eclipse. An annular solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the sun and Earth, but when it is at or near its farthest point from Earth. Because the moon is farther away from Earth, it appears smaller than the sun and does not completely cover the sun. As a result, the moon appears as a dark disk on top of a larger, bright disk, creating what looks like a ring around the moon. Partial solar eclipse. A partial solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the sun and Earth, but the sun, moon, and Earth are not perfectly lined up. Only a part of the sun will appear to be covered, giving it a crescent shape. During a total or annular solar eclipse, people outside the area covered by the moon's inner shadow see a partial solar eclipse. If you're around leafy trees, during the partial phases, you will see scores of partially eclipsed suns projected through pinhole gaps between the leaves. This is caused by diffraction, a property of light. Hybrid solar eclipse. Because Earth's surface is curved, sometimes an eclipse can shift between annular and total as the moon's shadow moves across the globe. This is called a hybrid solar eclipse. In most cases, a hybrid eclipse starts as an annular eclipse, then it becomes total, then finally it returns to annular. Umbra and penumbra. Umbra. This is the darkest part of the shadow. In this region, the moon completely blocks the sun's light, causing a total solar eclipse for those in the path of the umbra. Observers within the umbra see the sun completely covered by the moon. Penumbra. This is the partially shaded outer region of the shadow. Here, the moon only partially blocks the sun's light, resulting in a partial solar eclipse. Observers in the penumbra see only a portion of the sun covered by the moon. Usually, 28% of solar eclipses are total, 35% are partial, 32% are annular, and only 5% are hybrid. An eclipse never comes alone. A solar eclipse always occurs about 2 weeks before or after a lunar eclipse. Observers should always use eclipse glasses or an alternative safe solar viewing method, such as a pinhole projector, to view the sun during a solar eclipse. This video shows the path of the moon's shadow during a solar eclipse.